yes, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're well and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are on the Super City. So this is one of the first episodes on the Super City. So let me walk you around it, show you some more details about it and talk about what my plans are with the car. And if you want to bag yourself some awesome classic mini workshop merch for the show season, like this Super City t-shirt I'm wearing at the moment, go and check out Logo That Polo. The link is in the description. So the Super City is a 1992 registered Rover Mini City with an A+ 998cc engine and a manual gearbox. One of the things that quite appeals to me about this car is it's one of the last carburettor pre-catalyst cars, so it's not subject to a catalytic converter test when it comes to an MOT. Now this car is very standard looking, it's very, very original. It's only done 30,000 miles and only had 4 previous owners. It is in genuinely really good condition, really not been modified too much, certainly in appearance, pretty standard and hasn't had too much welding or tinkering. It's all still original panels as it come out the factory. So externally, it's a very original looking car. It doesn't even have a near side mirror because it's a base model. When we look under the bonnet, it actually hints of something a little bit different. So as you can see, the air filter box has been modified with these 2 fresh air intakes. If we look a little bit closer, we can see it's got a mini spare centre inlet manifold, and if I walk around the back we can see the exhaust is a bit bigger than standard. Normally they would have a tiny little pea shooter exhaust on them. So what does this all mean? Well, this car has had a stage 1 kit fitted, so that would be an LCB RC40 exhaust system, air filter. It's probably had a new needle and spring in the carburettor, and then after that's been fitted, it has been tuned by AC Dodd, and AC Dodd has recurved the distributor in it. The previous owner also fitted this fuel pressure regulator, so the carburettor's getting the correct fuel pressure, and after it was tuned by AC Dodd, it went on the rolling road and it made just over 50 brake horsepower, which is not bad at all for a pretty standard 998 engine. As well as the stage 1 kit, it has had some steering and suspension modifications as well. So it's running adjustable camber bottom arms, and I think it's running 1 degree of camber at the front. It's got adjustable camber brackets on the rear radius arms. It has also got Coney adjustable gas shock absorbers all round, and it's still running the skinny tyres, the 145s, but it's got Nankang tyres on, which actually work pretty well on this setup. So yeah, it's not a completely standard Mini City. Now one mod I do want to do pretty much straight away is fit a discrete air fuel ratio gauge. So that will give me the ability to literally tune the Mini and see how the fueling is doing throughout the whole rev range in real world driving conditions. And I think I'll probably fit the gauge to the right hand side of the dash inside here, so you probably wouldn't notice it unless it was switched on and powered up. So I need to fit a lambda sensor in the side of the exhaust system, so let's just crawl underneath and see what we're dealing with and see whether we have enough room. Right then, here we go. Welcome to the underside of the Super City. So if you look carefully, you'll see up there we've got the Coney shock absorbers. It all needs cleaning up, this does. We've got adjustable camber lower arms, and we've also got adjustable tie rods. These are much thicker than the originals, and they've got the competition bushes in there as well. So like I say, it's not a completely standard car. The good news, it's got not an LCB exhaust, it is a 3-into-1 exhaust, which means it doesn't have a Y piece down here, it's just a single pipe. That means I've got loads and loads of room here. I'll need to take the exhaust off because I'm going to need to drill a hole in the side there and weld in a boss so a lambda sensor can go on there. But yeah, looks like I've got plenty of room to be able to do that. And then I'll probably, I don't know what I'll do with the wiring. Maybe I will run it up and take it in with the reverse switch wiring. But yeah, I've got plenty of room on the side here to fit my lambda sensor, so that'll be a job for later. I'm not going to do it now, but I will be taking off the inlet manifold, the exhaust manifold, and fitting a boss inside that downpipe. It needs to be relatively easy to access because they do get carboned up and they do need cleaning out periodically, so it's not a fit and forget. So I'll talk about my plans for the car in a moment, but today there's just a couple of little jobs I want to do. It's been sat around for a while while I've been working on PL, and it hasn't really been touched. So the rear bumper, I've got pretty much a brand new rear bumper to go on it. The old rear bumper is just a little bit pitted. It's showing its age. I could probably clean it up with some auto sol, but I have this almost brand new bumper from Mini Spares. It's the more expensive stainless steel version with the rolled over ends. I actually had this fitted on the racing green and accidentally reversed into the garage and brushed it against the wall at the back there. So it does have a few scratches low down on it, but they're very, very hard to see. And I'm actually gonna fit, I don't really want to modify the car too much, but I'm gonna fit a near side mirror. When you're actually driving the car, you really don't need that near side mirror. But the problem is, when I park the car in the garage, it goes in this space here beside PL. So I need to maneuver it around. I'm always very close to the rear bumper. So as you can see, those are the small scratches I'm talking about. But if I show you the old bumper that's on there, it's just probably doesn't come out very well on video, but it's quite pitted. A few little rusty bits in places. It will probably clean up with some auto sol, but it'll be very, very quick. An easy job to change the bumper anyway for a stainless steel one. Mirrors, this is not a brand new one. I think these mirrors actually came off Alex Toon's 12,000 mile Mayfair that he used to have. So these mirrors haven't done many miles, but that is just a plain black mirror. As you can see, it's just got a blanking plug on there at the moment. We're gonna fit that in. So yeah, hardly a heavy modification, but quite a practical one. So let me get that done quickly, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about what I'm going to do in future on the car. So that's that mirror all done. Looks just the same as the other one. It's hardly heavily modified now, but yeah, it is just more practical when you're maneuvering the car around. This little blanking bit, I reckon, is probably a very, very rare part, because I bet most people just throw them away when they upgrade to double mirrors. So I'll keep hold of that. Now, one interesting thing, I've had some comments in the past actually, this has got all black plastics on it. So they typically, most of them I've seen have grey, but this is definitely all blacks. We've got the black gutter trim, the black mirrors, black wheel arches, black door handles, and the black number plate lights around, as well as the boot handle. So it's not that it's had the wrong bits fitted on it, it's just some were black and some were grey. This one's all black. One job I will do that I'm not entirely happy with is the grille. It just looks a bit dull. It wants cleaning up, I think, and spraying with a bit of satin, Hammerite satin black. And you'll notice another little modification, it's got grille buttons on it, which just makes it much easier just to pop the grille off and do a bit of maintenance. Next job, let me get this bumper fitted. Right, so that's the rear bumper off, and as you can see, the rear lip on this is pretty good. It is all original. I actually use this for measuring the spot welds for the Sport 5. These are factory spot welds. I actually think I've done a neater job on the Sport 5. Now the valance on this is not absolutely perfect, but it is pretty good. There are some small signs of corrosion, as you'd expect. Probably the worst bits there. So before this bumper goes on, I'm just going to go along with some cure rust, with some wax, and just treat it all. This car, I don't plan on doing a full bodywork restoration. It's pretty tidy as it is. I'm going to tidy up bits and bobs as I go, but the plans are to kind of do a rolling restoration or a rolling project. I want to keep it going, I want to keep using it, and yeah, keep enjoying it rather than taking it off the road. Now this is the old bumper that's on there. If you turn it over, you can see it's rusty on the inside, so that's a chromed bumper. It's actually really heavy as well compared to the stainless steel one. Right, so that's the rear bumper fitted. At the same time, we just cleaned up under the valance, cure rusted, and then I've waxed it as well. It's just a case with this car, it's not going to be a full nut and bolt restoration. It doesn't really need it. It's just improving it and tidying it up as we can go. I've cleaned up that exhaust tip. It's actually a bit too far in. It wants to come out a little bit more, but I'll probably do that when I take the exhaust off to fit the air fuel ratio gauge and the lambda sensor. A very simple little hack here. So top of the indicators all looks a bit faded by the sun. So to fix that, all we're going to do, take the screws out and turn it up the other way. There you go, looks fresh as a daisy. Now some of them do have a hole at the bottom to let water drain out, but these ones don't. Just realised I've owned the Super City for just over a month now, probably knocking on 2 months, and I've never actually cleaned it. So I've just gone round and I've given it a quick wash. It was actually quite dusty, which doesn't pick up on the camera, but yeah, looking beautiful. Very pleased. Let's put it indoors, get it under cover. It might be a bit of an imposter wearing that. Who cares? I don't think that'll actually fit on the Cooper Sport 5 because of the big wide arches. It's fairly stretchy, that, but I don't know, maybe it does. I've never tried it. So what are my plans with the Super City? So I bought it because I actually enjoyed tinkering around on the racing green, playing around with the carburetors, having something where you can adjust the timing. I love MPI minis, but they're pretty much perfect out the box. You can't do anything to tune them. Their ECU is always optimizing the fuel and the ignition timing, but it just really sparked an interest with me in the racing green, where you could play around with stuff, and it's something I used to do a long time ago as an apprentice. So I wanted a car with a carburetor, and the later the car the better, but if you get to the point where it's got a catalyst, an injection, and needs a cat test, you are very limited to what you can do. So the big plans with the Super City are, as you might have guessed, to supercharge it. So I want to do a small bore 998cc supercharged mini, and I think I'm going to be using a VMAXSCART supercharger. I am going to keep it on the SU carburetor, but one thing I need to obtain it and get sorted out for it before we do that is a different cylinder head. So ideally I need a 12G 295 cylinder head, which I then plan to send off and get machined and probably stage 3 and all the CCs correct in the head to match the supercharger kit. So if you've got one of them, or you know where one is going, please let me know, drop me a comment, or my email address is in the description. I've never had a supercharged car in my life, and certainly not a supercharged mini. I've had turbocharged cars and turbocharged minis, so it's an itch I want to scratch. I'm not expecting massive power, and we're not going to do a really highly tuned engine. I want to do probably a stage 3 head, the supercharger kit, maybe a new carburetor, and get that all set up. And I'm aiming for anything over 70 brake horsepower with that supercharger whine as well. I think that'll make that a real nice little sleeper. So I'm not going to change anything else. I plan to leave the exterior of it and the interior pretty much as it is. I don't even think I'm going to fit alloy wheels. I'm going to leave it with those Rover hubcaps, and yeah, I think it'd be a great little sleeper. So I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Super City and some insight in what my plans are for the car. And also I should mention, at some point it will be sold as well. Like I've mentioned previously, all my projects, apart from like PL, which is my keeper, eventually they'll come up for sale. So don't be disappointed if in a year, 2 years time, I'm selling this Mini, but between now and then, I'm gonna do a lot of work. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. If we can get 70-ish brake horsepower, get that noise of that supercharger, and keep it looking pretty much like that little sleeper, yeah, I think that'd be really cool. So thanks for watching this week. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It's free and you can keep up to date with the progress, and it helps support the channel. If you drop me a comment, I'll read all the comments and I'll get back to you if I need to. So thanks once again, enjoy your week, and I'll catch you again on the next one. Cheers.